Yo, what's going on guys? Superfly here, bringing you a new video. Today we're taking a look at Goalkeeper attributes and a hidden feature that is within Goalkeeper. Make sure you stay tuned till the end and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. So to kick things off, we're going to talk about the Be a Goalkeeper attributes and what you should put your points into and what each stat does. As you know, I did speak to a dev not long ago. I had a little interview with him and I have been speaking back and forth regarding some of the Goalkeeper issues. I have asked him to compile a list of the Goalkeeper attributes and the hidden secret that we spoke about in the interview that I didn't know about, and probably a lot of you guys didn't know either. So we're going to start off with the Goalkeeper attributes, and I'm going to give you a little heads up on what each stat does. So on screen, I will have the messages from the dev that I'm going to read out to you. A lot of these are things that I haven't really tested yet on the new FC26, knowing this, so it's something that we're all gonna have to try together. But again, the messages, I'll pop them up on screen from the dev, and these are some features that will hopefully help us going into FC26. So attributes are not straight one-for-one for actions, but are used in combination with others. For example, crossing the ball doesn't just use your crossing stat, but also vision and long passing, while also other things like balance, ball control, agility will also play into that calculation, but will have much lesser effect. So for the goalkeeper ones, we got agility, which is used to modify your goalie get up speed. So when you're making a save, jumping, used to modify the ball pickup range, mainly crosses, jump max reach. So again, this is for when a cross comes in, where you can jump vertically up into the air to claim the ball. Having the jumping stat will increase your jump range, not your diving range, your jumping vertically range to claim the crosses and corners and things like that. Long passing, used to modify accuracy of the goal kicks. Goalkeeper diving is used to modify save distance coverage, how far we can dive across the box. Goalkeeper handling is used to help decide if the shot can be caught or deflected. Goalkeeper kicking, used by passing to determine the max distance and travel speed of passes. Goalkeeper reflexes, used to read the shot trajectory, and in brackets, this is mainly used for CPU goalkeeper and has very little effect on BA goalkeepers, as the user is the one reading the shot, but does help with other calculations for save animations. So reflexes, a lot of it is to help AI goalkeepers. The only thing that we really get from it is to give us better animations for whatever shot type is coming towards us. In terms of, like it said, for reading shot trajectory, that's all done due to the CPU and the reflexes for that. Our main calculations is the save animations, as we are the ones flicking the right sticks. So the reactions and the reflexes is based on us as a user, not the game making those calculations. Goalkeeper positioning, used to modify the best positioning location. In brackets, lower means the goalkeeper is more scared to leave from the base position, versus high meaning they are able to step out to close the angles more. Again, not a major usage for BA goalkeepers that are controlled by humans. Also used as the main acceleration attribute when in the box. Does use normal acceleration as well, but much lower when in the calculation. So what this means is when you put your positioning stats up for goalkeeper, again for CPU, the higher the positioning, it means your goalkeeper is going to be off the line a bit more to be a bit more aggressive when there's players coming into the box. And if it's not a high positioning stat, your goalkeeper is going to be a lot more on his line, not really being aggressive. But what you do get from the positioning is having more agility and acceleration in and around that box, which is, again, something I didn't know was part of the positioning stat. It was one of the things I did mention to the devs, that positioning stats, and what I've told you guys over the years, it does nothing for you. I was wrong. It does have an effect on your acceleration speed and your agility for in and around the box. For the positioning in terms of moving you across, which is how I thought it was, that is mainly for AI goalkeepers. So I asked the dev, out of these, what would be like your top few that you would look at getting first? And they got back to me saying, agility will always be great to have for those save to save moments. Again, making a save, getting up quicker and being able to get that double save. That's what agility will do for you, as well as, you know, movement as well in and around the box. Diving is top tier for those far saves, and pair that with far reach, and especially the far reach plus, will help a lot as well. That's kind of a no-brainer to dive in. You know, you kind of expect the higher it goes, the better reach you'll have. But you pair that with the far reach and it gives you a good buff. Handling, if you want more catches than deflections, but again, this is only part of the calculation. And the other major one for this is shot speed. But the handling, the higher you have the stats, I believe the better chances you are to catch the ball, and the lower the handling stat is, the more chances that you're going to be parrying and just deflecting the ball, possibly into more dangerous areas, but you just won't be catching the ball as much. With lower handling, you're more likely going to be parrying a lot more shots, maybe into more dangerous areas. With a higher handling stat, you're going to be catching a lot more. You obviously will be parrying and deflecting shots, but when you do, it should be parrying shots into a less dangerous area. Positioning, again, being more agile in the box, which is something I didn't know was a thing with positioning. I thought it was literally holding LB would give you that movement, but no, it does have another stat towards it, agility, making you more agile in the box for moving left to right, obviously, which is going to be increasing your acceleration as well. So when I asked the dev what would be the best ones to start working on first, he did say agility, diving, handling and positioning are really good ones to get the foundation of the goalkeeper and get those up to about 80 to 86 across all 4 of those. And from that, then you want to look at maybe getting some of the other stats. Get your stats to a good baseline around the 80 to 85 mark. After that, then start focusing on playstyles like the far reach and the one-on-one. Depending on what archetype that you've gone with, he said playstyles are more important than the attributes. Once you've got the playstyles that you need and want, then go back to focusing on putting up your goalkeeper attributes at the end and taking them from 85 up into the 90s and max. I also asked him regarding the height and weight, and he did say that playing the highest and the lightest weight will give you the better results for a goalkeeper. Taller means you have better reach, and being lighter, which means you'll have more agility as a goalkeeper. And I've been telling you guys for years now to always go the lightest weight, because when you go heavier, yes, you might be a bit wider, which you'd think that would help prevent shots going through you or underneath you. But in reality, you're just losing so many stats on diving, reactions. You're best playing as lightweight as possible. And the height, like I said, I wouldn't go any lower than 6'5 to 6'7, 6'8, whatever it is this year, unless you want to try and, do something a bit more fun and go in a bit lighter. I do like playing 6'2". I think you get better animations from it, but he is saying the highest height and the lightest weight is the best way to build your goalkeeper as of right now. Another big one, guys, that the dev told me is the majority of the update to goalkeeper will be for day 1 release, not on the 19th. So when you pick the game up on the 19th and you're playing it, there'll only be maybe a few features that would have changed, but like the big rollout will be when the game fully releases on the 26th. In my previous video, I did say that the save assistance now has only gone down to 1 and everyone's on the same playing field. I was wrong. The dev did reach out and say that there is still 3. There is manual, semi and assisted, but when you load up the game, assisted will be the default one. So make sure that you are going into the settings and altering your save assistance to whichever one you prefer. The dev did say that semi and assisted is pretty identical and manual will be heavily manual this year. So it's pretty nice to see because I like playing manual. Hopefully it's good to play, but that's something that we'll take a look at when the game comes out. For those of you who are still here, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below with your thoughts with some of the things that I've spoke about today. But for the secret input for goalkeepers, which I never knew existed, is when the other team has the ball, if you press your left bumper and push your left thumbstick in. If you're on PlayStation, it's L1 and push your thumbstick in. You can change how your goalkeeper acts. So when you're just standing there, you're a goalkeeper, okay? And you got goalkeeper movement, goalkeeper stats. But when you press LB and push the left thumbstick in, the game switches you to like an outfield player, if I'm reading this correctly, what the dev said, which changes your stance as a goalkeeper. So now when you press B, instead of doing the animation to make yourself big, where you'll just kind of flop, you'll do a stand tackle now, which is giving you the outfield controls. You'll have bit more better movement with your pro, passes will be better. It switches your stats back and forth. And then once you enter the box, again, I believe it switches back over. If not, I think you have to press them again to switch back to goalkeeper stance. So if you want to, like, let's say you're playing Rush and you want to play that passing game mode and you want to be that third defender, you could get past the ball, come out, play the ball off, do the LB and push your left thumbstick in, and then you can switch to like an outfield player. So you will have, you know, better passing, better movement, and be able to help your team a lot more than the goalkeeper stats. That is crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know how long it's been in the game for, but it's there, which is pretty crazy to me. So yeah, make sure you are all hitting the like button. I have got another video coming soon talking about some of the new goalkeeper saves, and I will be doing a diagram showing you how those work. Right now I can't show you it under NDA that I signed with EA, but once the game's released, I will be releasing that information out and telling you guys how the saves work this year. But until then, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you on the 19th for a live stream of FC26. Bye bye.